Dunkin manager killed customer after he snaps over video by unspoken murders. Yeah, man. I seen this video on the TL and I was like, bro, this is a wild time. But what can I say, bro? People lose their patience every day, B.
I had a little bit of an issue with it, and I said, say it again, and he did. And right hook sent him down. He hit him, and he fell.
Bro, he right hooked him, bro.
This is Corey Ellis Pujols, a 27-year-old Dunkin' Donuts manager with no criminal record.
Okay.
He just landed a
I don't have
deadly
a right
blow
hook. I got a
on
left
a
hook.
77-year-old man.
I never
that
used the right
singular
hook.
act was just enough to
Sorry.
ruin his clean records, claim the life
Damn.
of a man, and earn him significant charges. On May 4th, 2021,
Bro, you should have crashed out on the dog niggas, boy. You gonna crash out on the old man for it, but you had that extra restraint.
just after 1:30 p.m., Tampa police
I see a nigga walk in with all them tattoo wires. I'm like, yeah, you. I'm down to cash out over this nigga. What you looking at, nigga?
onto a Dunkin' Donuts inside a Circle K in the Palm River area of Tampa. When officers arrived, medics were already treating the victim, 77-year-old Vanell Cook, who was unconscious and bleeding from the head.
Right there, you fucking sitting on it. No, I got it. I don't know anything about that. No.
I don't know what happened. I was there. He was actually there. Don't check the gear. He was his face. I'm taking down.
Which kid?
He has heart problems. He's 100% disabled.
That is he was
Disabled veteran.
Damn.
He's got allergies. He's seen allergy tag.
Almost immediately, Corey Pujols approached the officers and told them he was the
Who
man
is
they
my
were looking
boy,
for,
man?
calm and
crazy.
cooperative. He explained exactly what happened.
Yeah, so first and foremost, let me just say my name is Corey Ellis Pujols. I am the guy you were looking for in regards to this situation. The long and short of it is that here obviously at Dunkin', he's a regular. He normally comes through here and orders a large hot coffee. But today, maybe he's having a rough day or something, and he decided to be extremely profound at the mouth. And I asked him respectfully on the microphone, could you please not use that kind of language, obviously with me and my employees. And as well as that, and he said no, and then he came around to the window. He kept going at the window. And then I guess he was going to come inside, so I came inside. I came on this side to let him know. He asked for the manager. Our current store manager is off already. She worked morning shift, and she's currently otherwise here. So I would be for the seniorship. I've been here a little bit longer than he has, so I was reserving responsibility for that. In any case, I came out to let him know. I said, listen, sir, with the profanity that you use, I would highly recommend that you go on about your business. We don't want to serve you any coffee today. Maybe you can try again another day, but you have clearly upset, you feel me, the atmosphere here, and we would like for you to go on about your business. I asked him to do that repetitively. It's all on camera. As I mentioned, he came inside, and when he came inside, he addressed me, and he was looking. I said, hey, listen, the manager's not here right now. I'll give you the, the manager's store number and all that good stuff. And he didn't want it, and I said, sir, well, can you please go on about your business again and have a good day? He said, no, you're a nigger. And then I said, and I'm sorry, I had a little bit of an issue with it, and I said, say it again, and he did. Right hook sent him down.
So it goes without being said that you can't hit somebody if you say something you don't like.
Shit. This is why when you get taught the N-word, brothers, it's always better to not say it. Don't even give them a reaction. Yeah. This is what they want. This is gonna go in the news cycle now, being used now, leveraged against us. Silent. When in all reality, brother, if you were just a little bit restrained, would have gone a lot longer, made him feel like an idiot. Everybody just dismissed him because you gave them the same dismissive energy. You don't welcome that energy here. Yeah. But it's all about how you react to things, bro. Bro right here, just about how he's explaining himself, he still kind of moves like he's in high school, You can see all the little cartoonish tattoos on him. He's got a little bit of a childish mindset. And it reared its head here when he lost his temper. That's childish. So yeah, it's just a tough thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? But when you're working these type of jobs, bro, it's very important you don't lose your cool. You gonna lose your cool with anybody, bro? I say lose your cool with a coworker. It's more like in-house. Don't ever lose your cool with a customer. I don't know, bro, but that's just me though.
Very
matter.
well.
I'm just telling you, brother.
No, I agree. Believe me. I'm terrified right now, but I agree with what you're saying. You shouldn't. I have had a fit of racism since I've only been here about 2 months, and
But this whole thing, bro, don't even, like, seriously. Like, dude, you see, also, let me also say this too, and I don't really like to point things like this out, but it has to go without saying. If you get profiled a lot and you got tattoos on your hands like this, you know what I'm saying? And I got tattoos too, right? I got tattoos. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. But his tattoos and the placements, they elicit a response, bro. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when you get into this life and you make decisions, we talked about it with the females getting tattoos. It comes with consequences. It comes with the perception. You're gonna get a lot more of that targeting. Shit. I done got dreads. My people's told me for years. They said, shit, niggas gonna call you a nigga now. I said, shit, in my reality, I don't welcome that energy, and I don't get called a nigga. The few people that do try that shit with me, I don't even know this. You know what I'm saying? Just like he said, in a job setting, you're more likely to experience those acts of racism. Boy, I'm out in the free world. Nobody's racist to me. So, I don't know.
dealt with so much of it. And I'm not saying that is a reason.
We gotta think about things, man.
I got people that say
They profiling you.
hateful and horrible stuff to me every single day.
It's not to say that you're trying to do no respectability politics, but you just gotta harden your heart to know that it comes with certain shit.
But, I mean, dude,
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, and he hit his head pretty good.
And he should have never said what he said, but guess what? That's the country we live in. You say what you want to say.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, like you're saying, dude, get the freak out.
Yeah.
Slipped and fall, pushed and fell.
Right hook and fell. My apologies for the
He was hit and he fell down.
Keep down, I don't want this other. You hit him? You punched him and he fell.
I'm not one to run from what I've done.
No, you're fine.
Run
And
jail,
again,
boy.
he's a regular. I honestly feel like
Run to jail.
Some guys have to go
Take accountability, though. I give him that.
For sure.
And he owned up to it.
Yeah. A lot of people would have ran, but in the end, there's criminals over here. We wouldn't have got away
Being very
anyways.
rude to this gentleman, which is the on-duty manager.
active manager for all intents and purposes.
Yeah. Said some few expletives, and he hit him, and he fell.
He hit him?
Yeah.
Did you get his information yet or no?
I have not. I just came in as
That's his grandson that's with him, though.
Okay.
That is his grandson.
I was just talking
They
with
give
him.
that information if necessary.
So, yeah, you want to grab this 43?
I have.
Video on it?
We do have surveillance. However, when the boss leaves, she locks the.
That's fine.
Yeah, she locks the.
So here's the reality of what could happen.
Yeah.
If you charge a battery, yeah, you could be charged a battery.
Right.
That's after we speak with him and see what's going on.
I'm aware. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not trying to get on to you, man.
Yeah. No.
You can't let, and I'm telling you from here on out, you can't let what somebody says anger you.
Yeah.
Like I said, I deal with it and I let it go on. I mean, people say nasty and hateful stuff to him and I just
believe
because
me,
we do our job.
I know.
For no reason.
I know it.
You're gonna have people like that throughout your life. You just gotta let it go in one ear and right out the other. And just realize that
You know what I'm saying? The officer's saying the right thing. Mm-hmm. Gotta harden your heart. But I just said it earlier too. When you're doing certain things, bro, you make certain decisions in life and you know they're gonna profile you. You gotta harden your heart from now on.
Yeah.
To know that it's gonna come with certain repercussions. But the hoes, how we gonna let as men let women who are prostitutes have more pride than us, huh? They don't act out when they get called a slut. Some of them even dads and they talking about 304. They need to roll back that clip. Shit.
He's gonna leave and be on his way, and you're gonna still be here working. You know.
Like my boy Ross said, they out ya.
So we'll let them get him loaded up and everything like that. See what you gotta do, bro. I'll be in here in a minute.
I'm not going anywhere.
You're cool. You're good to go, man. Thank you.
It started moments earlier in the drive-thru. Employees couldn't hear Cook through the speaker. He became agitated, began yelling, and was told to leave without being served. Instead, he parked and walked inside. A Dunkin employee who dealt with Cook at the drive-thru told officers the same story Pujols did.
So basically, he was just being, outright rude. Your card is going through. But he was just being
For what reason?
Verbal. I asked him if he wanted iced or hot coffee. He instantly was like cold coffee. He was like, who the fuck likes cold coffee? I always ask for the same. Y'all always get it wrong. I'm like, okay, sir, we cannot hear and identify you at the window.
So he got mad because you asked him if he wanted ice or hot coffee.
Yeah. Instantly awkward. He was already mad. A large hot latte. Okay, gotcha. So instantly he was just,
Sure.
above level. So he was being very verbal. Didn't want to listen to what we were saying. So Corey was like, he got on the mic because I've only been here for like just 3 weeks. But I've had Dunkin experience, so
Well, that shouldn't be a normal reaction of somebody.
it shouldn't be a normal reaction. So he didn't want to. Oh.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so yeah, he was being really verbal for absolute no reason. So Corey got on the mic because he's the veteran here. The more experienced person.
Sure.
So he took over the mic and was like, "Can you not talk to the customer employees like that?" And he wouldn't listen. So he said, "Okay, you know what we're gonna do? We're not gonna take your order today. We're gonna politely ask you to leave." Came up here. We had a verbal like, "Can you leave? We're not gonna take your order." Type of thing right here. We were reassuring him that he could come again later. So then that's when he came up to the front. And it was right there.
So even after y'all asked him to leave,
He kept on coming.
came, he parked, and when you say up there, up at the front counter.
Yeah, he came to the car. So we knew Corey was gonna. So me and Corey went up there to wait and tell him to leave again.
Oh man, it's another 40. I just peeped.
Didn't want to listen again. So we asked him to leave
Seriously,
again.
like,
And that's when,
shit. Bad story the other day. What?
And
Yo.
it escalated from there.
What did you see happen from there?
From what I seen is I heard him telling Corey told me to call the cops off rip. So I was calling the cops, I was calling my manager, I was calling everybody. And the dude he kept on being violent, very rude. So
When you say violent, like physically violent,
no,
or
not
just verbally?
physically. I don't think he physically touched Corey, but mentally, trying to get into Corey's mind.
Sure.
Mess with him and around with his head. So then Corey, he was like, "Okay, we're gonna ask you one more time. We're gonna either you're gonna leave or we're gonna call the cops." I was already calling the cops. He didn't want to leave. He was like, "There's a bunch of niggas, this, that, and third. Your nicknames." Corey was like, "One more time," and he called him another nick, and that's what happened. I was right here, and I was on the phone with my manager and the police officers at that time. Oh wait, yeah, police officer at that time. That's what happened.
So what happened after that? After he
Corey punched him. He was on the floor, and I was on the phone.
Okay, and you were standing like
right around here on the phone.
Okay. Is he? And Corey said he's a normally regular. He comes through
He
here.
comes here a lot, and he's very, like verbal. Like I guess he doesn't know how to, be respectful. So
Well, normal people know how to be respectful, and choose not to be.
He wasn't being
Yeah,
respectful.
I mean it's
And
horrible.
yeah, so he does this a lot. I've had multiple times where I've had to go.
I mean, the thing is, bro, they got camera footage. They just need Bro's profession. They're saying, oh, he never put his hands on him. The dude hit him, knocked him out, causing a fatality. And that's why we're here, bro.
He gets mad because we don't know his order. But we don't know your order because we cannot physically see your face.
Sure. Hello. Manager?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you able to...
Yeah, but this how dudes get trapped in the hood too. You know, based off the hood politics. Dude right there would be considered a snitch. You know, he's telling the whole story, but you know he has to. That's how they get trapped in this system, man.
I got a thumb drive? Or B, if we're able to get the video, can you email it? What's better for you?
I'll have it emailed to you.
Okay.
I'll have my law prevention guy
Okay.
send it to you.
Let me go out and...
Give me an email address.
Yes, sir.
I'll call him now, as a matter of fact, to go ahead and get him to do it.
Okay.
Police requested the store's surveillance footage, and it told the exact story the two employees told. Instead of leaving the property as the employees requested, Vanell Cook parked his car and walked inside the store. Seeing this, Corey Pujols, the on-duty manager, immediately told a coworker to call the police. Cook approached the service counter and continued arguing. Pujols stayed on the opposite side, separated by a waist-high swinging door, and repeatedly told Cook to leave the store. During the confrontation, Cook used a racial slur, calling Pujols the N-word. At that point, Pujols stepped through the swinging door, moving closer but keeping his hands at his sides. He warned Cook not to say the word again. Cook repeated the slur. In response, Pujols threw a single punch to Cook's jaw. Cook fell backward, struck his head on the concrete floor, and lost consciousness. Pujols then walked away as emergency services were already being called. The victim.
And if we keep saying, bro, you run up on the right person, you're gonna find out, bro. Because you feel me, this is exactly how Chud could have went out. He could have walked up on somebody, calling them the N-word and antagonizing them and lost his life, bro. Can't go around playing like that. Everybody don't play. People will unalive you out here just because of what you say.
Vanell Cook was later revealed to be a registered sex offender with a long criminal history involving child exploitation. Prosecutors would later describe him as an unsympathetic victim, but legally, none of that justified the punch. The officers eventually did what they had to do.
And it feels better in here.
Oh, I'm sorry. This man, you're going to run.
Yeah.
They told me what happened. I feel for you 100% right now. What's happening acceptable is not acceptable in any way, shape, or form. And I understand your anger and your level of frustration, but I would be pissed too. And this is one of those things that there's one thing that's steering us right now, and it's the level of risk. He's in critical condition right now. It's not what people think. He has his brain swelling right now. He's unconscious and everything. So I'm going to pray for you and for him that he recovers. If he recovers and he's okay, this is not big deal. Do you hear what I'm saying? It's the level of injury. Had he not been this injured, there's a lot of things he could have done. Because like I said, nobody here is okay with what that guy said. And none of us would know at all, you know? And he deserves to put his place for that. But because of how seriously he's injured, we have no choice. You know what I'm saying? So I want you.
Yeah, that's the thing, bro. You know, nobody cares. Nobody cares that, you know, this guy was being called a racial slur. Feel me? So, like JStew said, bro, you just gotta have tough skin out here, brother.
I understand that. Everybody here agrees that what he done, he was wrong. What he said he was wrong. That's what like I said, he's not in so I'm gonna pray for you and for him that he recovers, that he hopefully go away. But for the time being, you're going to be charged 1 count of battery on the elderly male, which is over 65 years of age. You'll have a bond, so it's not going to be really high. You're going to bond out tonight at some point. And then we'll just pray all of us. Let's guy recovers and, everything will work itself out. You know what I'm saying? Is there anything you have that you want somebody to say here?
Yes, please. I'm his mom.
That's fine. Mom, you want to step over here and we can grab all this stuff?
Get that right.
Do you want a bag? Ma'am, do you want a bag? I can give you a bag for all that. Yeah, I've got one in here, or if you got one, that's fine.
Like I say, he'll get a bond, hopefully as fast as possible so he can get out and be done with it. But I mean, I called the state attorney's office, I spoke to all their officers division, and it's just unfortunate, I wish the guy had a black eye so we could all say, hey, watch your health, but he thinks you're bad. It's just one of those things like I think really bad situation. What can make it go best is the guy remember it. He knows the
I'm sorry. All right. Corey, you have anything else on you, brother?
No, that's it. Took everything else.
That's for mom.
Okay, that's it?
Right here. Yeah, that's for mom.
Yeah. That's it for the profit?
Yes.
Right. Yes.
Corey, you come have a seat in my car real quick. Yes. Brother, what the detective was saying, we 100% agree. But when his head hit hard and everything, when they brought him out here, he was unconscious. Yeah. And then while he's up there, he's not doing good right now. He could get better, okay? So you go down, we'll tell mom. Mom can go down. Yeah, you do that and I'll 1035 you. Do they? Okay, that's fine. It's just a hope, brother, that it gets better. Yeah. Okay? I know that was not your intent.
It was not.
It wasn't. I know that. You told me that right off the bat, man. It would have been different if it would have progressed and there would have been more physical after that, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
But everything, when something happens, everything is taken that happens in the entire situation. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So him falling, him getting the injury, him being elderly, again, he could be in the hospital and be completely fine by tomorrow. Okay? But we'll tell mom. Mom can come down and bond you out. It should be, I think, a $1,000 bond or $100 to a bondsman. She can come down and bond you out. And I'm sorry about this.
I'm sorry because I still think, no matter what anybody thinks of me, I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't. I agree with everybody. I shouldn't.
Let me turn the air on for you. Let me talk to mom real quick. Yes, sir.
3 days later, on May 7th, 2021, Cook died from a skull fracture and brain contusions.
Damn.
Pujols was rearrested and charged with aggravated manslaughter of an elderly adult, facing up to 30 years in prison. In March of 2022, prosecutors made a controversial decision. They reduced the charge to felony battery. Pujols was sentenced to 2 years house arrest, 3 years probation, 200 hours community service, mandatory anger management, and no prison time. Prosecutors cited key factors such as Pujols' clean record, the victim's aggression and racial slurs, and uncertainty under Florida's stand your ground laws. One man's past made him an unsympathetic victim. The other's
It was in
clean
Florida,
record
that's
spared
what's
him a
saying.
prison cell. But in the end, a single punch thrown in anger ended a life.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry that bro had to go through this situation, man, with the racial slurs and all of that. But, at the end of the day, man, the man lost his life, bro. So, we gotta control ourselves as human beings, bro. Control your emotions, man. That can end you in jail for the rest of your life, bro. Just over one bad decision, no matter how perfect your life was. So we gotta think of that, bro, before we make these decisions.
Real talk. I mean, to be honest with you, I called it that either. But luckily for him, there were people looking out. He wasn't, a troublemaker, so they reduced his sentence. If he was in trouble with the law before, or he had been doing shit when he was younger, you had to throw the book at his ass. Who killed him? He was a white boy. But anyways, man. Y'all boys stay safe out there. Like y'all great. Y'all been doing some videos on the channel. Y'all already know. Catch y'all next one.